Hi, Tiger Todd here, founder of Hero School and the Hero School Learning Engine and the creator of a new course called Rapid Reinvention. And since reinvention and rapidly is on my mind, I thought I'd cover 3 starting points, right? Where do you start, right? What do you do if something needs to be reinvented, right? A life, a relationship, a product. And keep in mind, right? We don't always get it right. In fact, shoot, we might be super good at business and suck at relationships. I joke, the only reason I have friends is because the people in my world are so much better at this than I am. And God bless good people who have great strengths and care in relationships. And while I care for people, I'm mission-minded, right? So the mission is priority to me. It's family might be around number 5, right? I might have saving homeless people at number 3, right? I have a different scale. So anyway, I fully respect those people who are just superior at other things. And as I wave to the guard in my community, I'm not sure they like my approach to teaching classes. But anyway, here we are. 3 things. And the first one comes from a movie called Joe Somebody. So Joe Somebody, a Tim Allen film, also with the incredible Jim Belushi as the mentor in the classic hero story. Tim Allen's character, Joe, finds himself stuck 11 years at a job or career and then shoved out shortly after being shoved out of a marriage. And so he finds himself not knowing who he is. A therapist comes over from his work, more as damage control for how much it'll cost the company because he was indeed bullied by a coworker. And Joe is asked the question, and really, this therapist woman is so just beside herself. You ever have someone you just can't talk to, they just won't listen, everything they say is, oh, that won't work, and we probably, many of us have gone through that cycle. Well, she's going through that with Joe, and she finally just explodes and says, "What do you want, Joe?" And all of a sudden, Joe is silent. "What do you want, Joe?" And then Joe goes into the mirror in his bathroom, asking himself what he wants. And it had apparently been so long since Joe had even considered something that he wanted, that he could ask that question of himself and even begin to design and start building what he wanted, that he ended up throwing up in the sink. And so every time, for a little while, he was heaving every time he'd ask himself the question. But eventually he had to decide on something, and I don't think anything moves in human life without first deciding, what do you want? We know it's true in the movies. You have to set a visible goal for our character to start to move. We know this is true in an elevator. Every button is nothing but a metaphor for declaring a destination of where you want to go. What do you want? What do you want, Joe? So that's number 1. Number 2, and this is right out of Hero School, what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? And I'm going to say it this way because many of us, feel that we have a calling, a greater purpose than just ourselves. And so the question may be, who must you be? Right? There's something great you must do. And let's jump over to Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore had to become a certain kind of person in order to get what he wanted, Grandma's house back. Grandma's house was repossessed by the IRS. So you see how the two are connected. You must be this kind of person to get what you want, right? And then finally, I guess the third one in this list, very short list, but I think it's effective, is the third one is, what steps must you take and what steps can you take right now to start living into that image? And this is, by the way, an interview with Arnold Schwarzenegger by a sports columnist, I think in Arizona, and who asked him, what are you going to do next after Pumping Iron was a success, but then Stay Hungry was a flop? And Arnold Schwarzenegger said this, "I'm going to be the greatest action hero in Hollywood." To which, it was one of those laugh snorts. The interviewer, the sports interviewer, kind of laughed out loud, thinking, the accent alone, right? Number 2, right? What really? And the frame, right? How you going to fit through doorways? And he asked him, okay, well, how are you going to do that? And he said, I decide on an image, and then I live into that image until I am that person. So number 3 is, what action step can you take today, right now, that gets you a step closer. I might add this too. Keep in mind, for every person with a superpower, you have a kryptonite, right? There's something that takes your power away, right? Not just obstacles outside us, but there are things that show up like a Mr. Hyde, that show up like a like a green kryptonite, that take away our power and set us back. And so I would add, kind of as a bonus step, is to consider what you're doing now that doesn't fit what you want, who you must be, and would interfere with the steps you have to take to get there. And for that, this is Tiger Todd with Hero School and Heroes Inc. saying, we believe in heroes, and we believe in you.